guys, what the heck is up? Welcome back to my channel and to another freaking video. Today we are here, you can tell by the title, to do a weight loss update. 2.5 years with GLP-1 weight loss medications. That is crazy how long I've been on this medication. If you are randomly stumbling across this video, I will dive into so much of my journey in just a second. But if you've been here for a while and been keeping up with my journey, you know that I was updating pretty much monthly and stopped about the 2-year point just because they felt very redundant. So I'm super excited to come on and say hi and just catch up with everybody with the small changes, all the good stuff. And I just felt like, although these videos, this one could still be a little bit redundant, I was like, 2.5 years seems like a good milestone to hop on and say hi. So I have lost, if you're stumbling across this video, this was me before my weight loss journey. I have lost almost 83 pounds in the last 2.5 years, which honestly, in full transparency, I wish that I could say I lost more. 82 pounds is so much, but I still would love to lose like 50 more pounds, and it has been slow. It has been a slow weight loss journey in the last year, but the reason for that obviously is me. But I have been trying to do my weight loss journey as a lifestyle change. I've always spoke about GLP-1s and all of that as like a tool. Like, I'm not using it as like a magic like fix to all my problems with my weight and insecurities and stuff like that. I've always wanted it to be a slow, healthy transition of balance and healing disorders and stuff like that. So that is why I feel like in the last year and a half, it's been going a lot slower, but I've been maintaining and I still have been losing. So that is amazing. But in general, I've lost almost 83 pounds in my journey, and I currently am getting my customized weight loss program from Amble, and I will have them linked down below. They're a telehealth provider. They are the most affordable provider I have found for a customized weight loss program, and I love them. So before that, I used 2 other providers before that. No bad blood with any of them. If you signed up with one of them, I have nothing bad to say. I just feel like 2.5 years is a long time and things change, and Amble just was a really good fit for me. So I have been with them, I want to say, for the last like 3-ish months, going on, maybe I'm in my 4th month, something like that. So since I've seen you last, and I can't believe that I've already been with them that long. But again, they are linked down below. I really enjoy them, and I am on compounded tea at this time. I've been on compounded tea since February or March of last year, and I was on Semaglutide prior to that. I'm thinking about adding a add-on to my journey to kind of speed things up, or change things up might be a better way to say that. So I'm thinking of adding Lipo C into my journey. I'm actually corresponding with my doctors about that right now, and I'm really looking forward to that if it's a good fit for me, because I've just heard that it's incredible for targeting fat and things like that. And so I think that, fingers crossed, if I get approved and I add that to it, that it can help pick my weight loss journey back up. When I started, obviously I had a lot more weight to lose, but I could lose 5 to 8 pounds in a month. And now honestly, I feel like I plateau more than I don't. But again, when I started this journey, I want to be able to enjoy my weekends, and I want to be able to go to happy hour with friends. And a big thing that I notice with this medication still is the concept of, like, for example, Monday I went to dinner with my friend and I got pasta and we got an appetizer, and normally I would feel like I need to eat the entire appetizer and the entire meal and just be sitting in fullness forever, where with this medication I can like order what I want but be more conscious of like, you do not need to finish this if you are full. And it allowed me to have leftovers the next day, and I also hit a weigh-in low that day. So the medicine still just really helps me be like logical. I have a ton of food noises. I struggled with binge eating for almost my entire life, and so this medication still is so helpful for me in that sense of an example where I'm like, I'm trying to enjoy my life, I'm trying to do those things. Could I have made a better choice at dinner? Yes, but my concept is like, enjoy your time and things like that, while also trying to change your lifestyle. I know I've done a what I eat in a day video since my last update, and I think I mentioned them. I'm big into factor meals on my day-to-day basis. I love that they provide the serving of vegetable, a protein. I just love that. And so factor meals has been a huge part of my journey in the last 6 months. And I just, as somebody again who maybe still struggles to make the best choices sometimes, not binging and have more control, but sometimes it's hard just not to eat Chipotle every day. Factor meals have been a lifesaver for me in my journey. I just mentioned the binging. I have not binged a single time in the 2.5 years, which is crazy. Like, I truly feel so healed from that part of my life, and I just feel so confident. And like, even if I decide to get off the medication in the future, that this is a part of my journey that really is just in the past, and that is just incredible. Side effects are something though that I've been struggling with a ton recently, which is weird because I've been on compounded tea for so long. You would not expect the side effects to be hitting now, but I would say like 2 months ago, I had been plateaued for like 3 months, and I was like, I don't know, I need like a push. And so I did my injection above my belly button, and I did it there twice, and I broke my plateau, and it was like, okay, but I've heard that like your belly button can be a brutal spot. And then I did it a third time, and I was so sick. This medication has never made me super nauseous. I threw up once in the very beginning, but because I had mixed injection day with a mimosa, which silly mistake. But this was the first time where I like had to call in sick from work because I was like, I cannot speak. The Zofran was not working. Like, I felt so sick. And so the next week I was like, I'm not gonna do it in my belly button. I'm going to lower my dose just a little, like, because I don't want to overdo it. And it happened again. It was 2 weeks in a row that I was so incredibly nauseous. Thankfully, when it happened the second time, it wasn't nearly as bad, but it was like enough where, again, I had to call out, not of my work, but of where I volunteer, because I was like, I cannot speak, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And I never ended up throwing up, thank goodness, but it would last like 3 days. And I was like scared to inject because I was like, I hate how I feel. And then that passed, but then the sulfur burps and all of that stuff, which is something that I struggle with a ton. It's one of my main and only side effects, but they are brutal. If you've had sulfur burps before, you know how painful that it just, everything is. And so I wanted to show you guys some Supps that I've been taking, and I've been taking these for, again, I think I've mentioned them before, but at the very beginning when they were released. Ploom supplements, I will have them linked down below. I also have a code, which is Trull, if you want a discount on them. But what I love about Ploom is that they are made by a GLP-1 user for GLP-1 users, so they target the exact things that you struggle with. One that I did not grab is called Belly Balm, and I meant to grab this. This one right here, Belly Balm, has been a lifesaver for me while I'm struggling with these side effects to the level that I am. Belly Balm is an acid assassin. It helps stop the vom and aids in digestion. So this is literally made to help with sulfur burps and all of that stuff. When I was dealing with the nausea, I needed something higher than this, but I did try to take this as well. But sulfur burps, specifically around the first couple days of injection, this literally sits in my room because I'm like, give it to me. They also just have like a bunch of other ones that are really fun, like this one, Hunger Houdini, which I started taking, I think, since I last saw you guys. This is a GLP-1 assistant, so just a way, again, how I mentioned like the Lipo C, but that is really expensive and a whole other injection. This is a good thing to like look into to add on if you're struggling with your weight loss, even on a GLP-1, because this is meant to help boost the metabolism, help you escape those hunger cravings that inevitably you do get when you've been on the medication longer. And yeah, it just helps. So they have another one. There's Hunger Houdini, there's the Hunger Taker, this is Mania, this helps with your hair. They just have a great line, and again, I'm not sponsored to talk about them. These are just really things that are like key in my routine since I've seen you guys last. So Belly Balm specifically though, I'm like, my ride or die right now, truly, and I'm hoping, like, I don't know why my side effects just kicked in again randomly after a couple months, but seems to be the trend. I'm good for a few weeks and then I'm not. Okay, so we've talked about where I get my medicine these days, how I've been feeling, where I'm at in my weight loss journey, losing weight slower, things like that. I want to talk about a little bit of like what's changed in my life. I'm sure I've mentioned some of these things before. I don't remember what I spoke about 6 months ago, like what's new and what's not. A huge thing is I'm on this weight loss journey for health, right? Like obviously aesthetics and stuff like that. Like I would love to look and feel the best that I possibly could, and I'd be lying to you if I came on and didn't say that that is part of the reason for my journey. but health is also something that is super important. I've just had so many things. Like I remember vacations where it was like hard for me to walk and keep up with people, like chafing in my leg, like just stuff that's very real and very vulnerable that I struggled with a lot, not getting to shop in the same stores as my friends and stuff like that. And so on that level, right, like even right now when I'm recording this, I'm in a romper showing my arms. It's so hard for me to still do that, but it's something that I've been working on. I struggle with my arms. I just do. And I'm like, Britt, you have been on this weight loss journey for literally so long and you have lost so much weight, and you should like be proud to like just get to show off your body and stop hiding it, stop hiding. So that's a really big thing that I've been working on right now off the scale, is just like wearing the cute clothes that I've worked so hard to fit into, like to go in like to Free People and get to shop in a store that maybe before I couldn't because they didn't have the correct sizing or things didn't fit me right. And I'm not at every store. Like I think I'd still get a little bit of anxiety going into like a PacSun, for example. But for the last decade, I would go into stores with my friends and not be able to shop at the same stores as them. And obviously like they didn't know that. I didn't express that I wasn't buying anything or trying anything on because the clothes didn't fit me. That was hard for me. But just being able to do that is so freeing. I've talked about this one before, but travel is another thing that's so freeing. I just last month went to Illinois with my dad and just got to sit on the plane and like have no anxiety on that. I've mentioned before, my highest weights, one of my hardest struggles was when I got on the airplane and had to use an extender, and that was just something, and there's nothing to be shameful of or shameful that happened. I worded that really weird, but like it just for me was a really, really low moment, and when I would travel after that would just have so much anxiety, like is somebody gonna judge me because I have it? And like nobody made mean comments to me on airplanes ever, but like people for sure had made comments like, oh, it's gonna be a tight flight, or like things like that, where it was just like, it wasn't mean, but when you already have the anxiety of like the seat, it was hard. And so just getting to, and it's been almost my entire journey, it was 3 or 4 months in that I like traveled and didn't have to use an extender. So it's not like this is a new thing, but just every time I go on the plane, just have like an extra sense of like gratitude. Like I get to travel and be comfortable, and even walking around the airport, like everything is just easier and I have less anxiety around those specific things. And that has been like one of the best things of my weight loss journey. Another thing that I am so grateful for is like I'm advocating for my health, which is something I've always spoke to you guys about, just doctors not taking you seriously and having these things. And I just went to the primary care within the last month, and like everything I'm going to a gastro because I have some stomach stuff. I'm finally feeling confident enough to do, you know what I mean? Like doctors are listening to me, they're taking what I'm saying seriously, they're not just saying lose weight, like, and it's so nice to feel like I can advocate for my health and it not just be like change the scale and that'll help. It's like they're really listening. And when I had done my blood work with the gastro and then went to my primary care, and she was like, between the blood work last time and like what your gastro gathered, like I'm so confident in like how healthy that you've become and are becoming, that like we don't even have to do any other planners until next year. Like let's just not do that to your body. And just like being told like you're young and healthy still from a doctor, that like could have made me cry, because I was like, no one's ever said that to me. So to go into a provider's office and her just feel so confident in my health and where I'm at, like that is why I did this, right? Like, and I just get so excited because I'm like, what's it gonna look like for me next year, etc. So that was a huge win for me. However, with the wins, there's still struggles, and I have been struggling so much. I know this sounds silly and this is vulnerable, and some of you might be like, why am I listening to a girl talk about her GLP-1 journey and dating? But like, I struggle with dating so much, and your love is not determined by size, and like that's something that I need ingrained into my brain. Like at any weight you deserve love, and I just have always been like that friend, like the bigger friend, or like that friend, and I just have always just had it in my brain, like no one's gonna talk to you and actually want like attention from you. Are you crazy? Like they want to be your friend, but that's it. And so being, almost all of my friends now are in relationships, and I like dabble in the dating. No, I don't. I like talk about it. I try to be open about it. I'll open an app here and there. Like I'll go outside to a bar here and there, very rarely. And it's like, I still struggle so much with putting myself out there or feeling like somebody would ever want to like approach me. And so with that, it's crazy what weight loss does, right? Because I'm like, I think I need therapy. I think that's the next step in this weight loss journey, is like healing more than just the scale and just the health part of it. So I would say that is my biggest struggle, is just getting out of my head and it, like being, you know, like, I don't know how to say it, but hopefully you get it. So I think that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm really happy and really proud of myself. I'm hoping to have some new weight loss goals hit soon. I would love to use like my weight loss goals, my memory card cut out, but my weight loss goal for this year, I would love to lose 12 more pounds, and then from there there's like a huge milestone coming. So that is kind of what I'm focused on and really excited to. If I add lipo-C, like if that gets approved by my provider, I will do a whole video of that and kind of keep you updated on that more closely than what I have been with my GLP-1 journey. If you're interested in more of my journey, I do document way more on TikTok on a consistent basis, so check me out there. I will have everything that I've linked or mentioned linked down below. And yeah, it was just really good to come on and talk to you guys about this. I need to do it more honestly, because there's not a lot of people in my real life that get to relate to me on this, and that's totally okay, but it's nice to just come on and word vomit to people who actually like are in it with me, you know? So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you so soon. Good. Bye.